The journey was tough. The evolution was necessary. What started as a transition has settled into strength, a new beginning, a new day. Let's go. Ross Network. I'm Chris Ross, and today my special guest is Miss Lyrical Michelle. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks
That's
for having me.
absolutely. So you got started as how did the songwriting and singing start? I like to take people on a journey. So kind of tell me what the beginning was like for you as it pertains to getting into singing and writing. Who introduced you to it?
Well, I discovered when I was in college in my early 20s that I could write for songwriting.
Really?
It just one day I just sat down and said, "I'm gonna see if I can write a song."
Really? What college did you
And
go to?
I went to Winston-Salem State
Okay, Rambly.
University.
Okay.
Yes,
You're
Rams.
around. All right.
And but music had always been in me and a part of me since a child. It didn't surprise me that this ended up being my passion.
Mm-hmm.
And my cousin, she made me remember that when I was a kid, how I used to listen to the radio, and we would record songs on the radio, and
Not
I
the
would be
cassettes. The cassette.
cassettes,
Come on, I
yes,
remember that. Yeah.
and I would be stopping and starting the song and writing down the lyrics.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realize that. So it wasn't a surprise that this ended up being my passion.
Really.
So since my early 20s, that's when I discovered that I could actually write songs. That's a God given talent.
Yeah.
And that's just a dream and a goal that I've been pursuing since.
Ever
I did.
since, huh?
Mhm.
What'd you go to college for?
My degree was actually political science.
Okay.
I was planning on attending law school,
Okay, I gotcha.
and I discovered that this writing thing, that was my passion.
Yeah.
If I would have went on to law school, I felt like I would have just been
Mm-hmm.
doing it to prove that I could do it, but that
Right.
really wasn't where my heart
Understood. Understood. I was getting ready to say, what was you gonna be, a senator or something? Was you gonna be a
was.
councilman or alderman or
No,
something? No.
so,
Okay.
but yeah,
But a
so
lawyer, huh?
yeah.
Wow. Wow. And
hmm
you had a switch.
And so yeah, I ended up going into the social services,
Okay. Social
that
work.
field,
Okay. Got you. Mm-hmm.
and a few years ago decided that I wanted to now pursue my dreams full
And you
time.
chased them. And you
And
chased them.
so
Right.
that's what I've been doing. I did some, collaborations in songwriting, but for the
Sure.
longest, I only referred to myself as a songwriter.
Mm.
And people would say, "Oh, you could sing," and I'll be like, "No, I'm not. I can do okay,"
Right.
because
Right.
I was comparing myself to the greats,
Oh
like
yeah.
Whitney and Mariah and all these big voices.
Man.
And to a few years ago, I realized that you do have your own voice,
That's right.
and so that's when I switched to calling myself a singer songwriter.
Did you do any local? Okay, well, let's go back then. So,
Mm-hmm.
singing, did you
Mm-hmm.
jump out there and do any kind of clubs or dining
No,
areas where they have singers come up? Open mic? Did you do any open
I've
mics?
done a few, but
Okay.
the songwriting is not the only thing I do for is writing. I can
Mm.
do poetry, so I've done some
Spoken
spoken
word?
word,
Okay, got you.
fiction. Just the whole writing thing is my thing.
I love
So
it.
just but
Do you ever suffer with writer's block at all as a writer?
actually, not if I do, it's not for a long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people can't go for a long period of time and they have a writer's block, but for
Yes.
me, I haven't really had that issue. Mostly, I'm
Good.
really inspired and write my best stuff. I feel like over in the morning. It'd be like
Okay, so the
5
morning
a.m.
time is when you get your inspiration.
Yeah.
What else inspires you to write? Where else you
What is
draw from your inspiration and your
um
artistic ability and stuff?
I say my inspiration just comes from just not giving up on my goals and my
Oh, I like
dreams, and to
that.
keep pushing no matter what age
Yeah.
I am.
Mm.
I feel that as we get older and older, and something that we're chasing and going after, and then we haven't accomplished. Sometimes we can feel like, is it ever going to happen?
Right. Is it
But I
worth
just
it?
have
Right.
to trust my journey and trust the process.
Yeah. I love
And
that.
if it's meant to be, God willing, it's going to happen.
What are some of the challenges that you face when it comes to writing, if any?
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any?
Yes. Some of the challenges are for me, since I always had an actual job or career and was trying to do the writing on the side. I may not had as many songs released, and I feel like when people would go to my social media, they may not see a lot of like music already produced and things
Sure.
like that.
Sure.
So I felt like the credibility or the validation was not there.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like, oh, I'm, like I'm a nobody, I ain't made it yet, but so sometimes I feel like people overlook me because they're quick to go to social media and see what you have, have you done this and this, but that doesn't mean that someone is not talented.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
As you were going through this career change, did any of those things suppress your ability to write at all? Did it do anything to like make you not want to write?
No.
It actually fueled it. Mm.
Anything, yeah.
Mm.
If I was going through certain things, or some relationships may end, sometimes I take that and I turn them emotions and I turn it into a song.
Yeah, I've always heard writers say that.
And yeah,
Life experiences
it
sometimes
does.
bring about some of your best work. No
Yes.
matter what, I guess, no matter what it is you're
Yes.
doing, really, you can
Yes.
find yourself tapping in and creating something very beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Which do you like writing better, songs or poetry, or
I would
which one?
say songs.
Songs, really? Why
Yes,
do you say
that's
that?
number one. I just the connection, just the love I have for music, in all genres. I just love music so much, and I love just how it's so universal. Like regardless of whatever race, gender, that's one thing that no matter someone's background, that
Yeah,
different people from different aspects can love.
sure.
And so yeah, just music is everything.
I love it. I absolutely love that. So you have a very unique name, Lyrical Michelle.
Mm-hmm.
Where did that come from?
Well, with coming up a name as for my music as an artist name, I put lyrical in front of it since me being a songwriter, and it's all about the lyrics, and that melody is how I
Yes.
came up with the lyrical part.
Yes.
So that's how Lyrical Michelle, and plus Michelle being my first name, that's how I came up with that name.
Right.
Yeah.
Ready for a popcorn adventure? Popcorn Remix is more than just a snack. It's an experience. With over 50 bold and unique flavors like king crab legs, hot wings, and lemon pepper, and Charlene's banana pudding, every bite is a burst of culinary creativity. Founded by entrepreneurs Ryan Richmond and Greg Bowman, Popcorn Remix turns life's toughest moments into something sweet. Visit their Conyers, Georgia store or order online at popcornremix.com and explore flavors you've never imagined. That's popcornremix.com, where every kernel tells a story. Teachers and parents, are you ready to empower your students to become stronger writers? Check out Rethinking Writing One Word at a Time by Sheila Beverly, a workbook that's been praised by educators for its innovative approach to teaching grammar and writing. Dr. Daryl Morris calls it a motivational hook that helps students get their ideas down on paper, and other teachers rave about its hands-on tools like the grammar bubble manipulative toy to make learning fun. Perfect for classrooms or home learning. Get your copy now on Amazon and watch your students' writing skills shine.
Right. I sense a very peaceful person sitting in front of me.
Yes.
Where do you draw your peace from? Where do you get your peace from?
My peace comes from my God, my higher being.
Yeah.
First. And when you have peace, that brings clarity, and then you can think clear.
I like that.
So, which, as a writer, all of that just ties into place. You can't, if your mind is all over the place, or you're all over the place and don't have peace, then it's not as easy for me
No,
to write.
I get it. I
So,
get it. Yeah, because you don't need a whole lot of chaos in your life.
Mm-mm.
And it seems like when you have a lot of chaos, you really can't focus. And I could see how that could cause writer's block
Mm-hmm.
if you the chaos is stop. If you got chaos happening in your life, but since you got peace, you're able to just flow
Yes,
freely
just
with the
flow.
pen, right?
Just flow. Yes.
I absolutely love it. So, who are you listening to nowadays? Who are some of your favorite writers?
Hmm. Some of my favorite writers now that I'm currently listening to.
Hmm. Take your
I
time,
know
'cause I
I
know
just
it's so
wrote so
many.
much. Yes.
Yeah.
Trying to think. Who have I been listening to lately? I've been listening a lot. Of course, my favorite genre is R&B.
Okay.
So I've been listening to some of the newer artists like Coco Jones.
She's good. Yeah, she's nice.
Um,
Uh-huh.
yeah, Ella May.
Oh
You
yeah.
know.
Oh yeah.
So that's like recently those artists I've been kind of listening to.
Okay, got it,
So
got it.
more the new school,
So
but all the old
old
school is
school.
always a part of me as
Come
well.
on
But
now. Come on.
you know,
Yeah,
yeah.
I love that. I love that. So, speaking of artists,
Hmm.
you have recently just released your brand new EP, which I
Hmm.
think is awesome, which you wrote and
Yes.
everything. Can you tell us a little bit about your new soundtrack that you just released? Or should I say
Yes.
soundtrack? Or should
No,
I
I
say
guess you could say
EP?
single.
Because you're single. Okay.
Yeah.
You're single then. Excuse me.
Sure. I previously before now I have just did collaborations with other artists or
Hmm.
songwriters, and if I a prior song that I released, I would just hire singers to do a work for hire and have them
Hmm.
do the vocals.
Yeah.
And when I wrote this song, I said to myself, I just wonder like what would I sound like singing my own music?
Sure.
And this
Sure.
song that I just released was just so personal that I feel like it was just, you know, fitting for me to be the one to sing and do the vocals.
Absolutely.
So this was out of my comfort zone because
Mm.
I was going to go in and do everything in the
Yeah.
studio completely, all vocals, by myself for the first
Sure.
time,
Sure.
and I'm so glad I did.
Yeah.
The track is titled "Give Me That Life,"
Mm.
and it's about me going after my dreams
Yeah.
and I want that life that I want and
Mm.
not, putting myself first
Yeah.
and with all the obstacles, all the challenges, just putting myself first and going after what I really want.
Right.
And so that is what that track is about.
I love it. Let's talk a little bit about the recording session. What was the recording session like, production wise? Were you very pleased with the production that you have?
Yes,
Good.
I was. I
Good.
was. Like I said, it was out of my comfort zone, but um, the engineer that I work with is very, very supportive and understanding.
Sure.
And yeah, it's easy, After
Yeah.
I did it, I know it'll get easier as I do it more and more. But
Sure.
yeah, I was very proud of myself
Good. You
for
should be
for not
proud of
letting
you.
that hold me
Yeah, you
back.
should be proud of
Yeah.
yourself. Were there any challenges at all when you were pushing
Hmm.
the single out at all? When you were preparing to release it at all?
Um,
If any.
yeah.
Did you
I
face a
mean,
few?
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I faced a few,
Yeah.
but I was able to overcome it, and I wasn't going to let that stop me.
Mm.
I
I
wasn't
love
going to let
that.
that
And
stop
and
me.
you have your stuff on BMI too as well, correct?
And
What is
it's
that like for folks who don't know when you're registering your music on BMI? What is that like? What is that
well,
process like? Is it a tough process?
well, no, it's not
It's not
actually.
okay.
BMI is a performing rights organization,
Yeah.
and that's one of three performing rights organizations. And so, once your song is released,
Hmm.
you actually register your song on one of these, and that's the organization that keeps up with all of your streaming and different things, your royalties, how many times it's played, aired, performed. That is the organizations that keep up with all of
I
that
love
and
it.
with your publishing and
I
everything.
love it. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I think
You're
it's
very
very
welcome.
important that we let people know that
Hmm.
yes, this song is out, but it is registered.
Yes, it is. Yes, it's complete.
You
It's on
own you
all
own,
streaming
got it.
platforms.
Yes. It's on
Um,
Spotify, Apple Music,
yes,
on and on and on
YouTube,
YouTube.
Pandora, iTunes. everything is out there on every
I love it.
streaming
Can you give the
platform.
folks the title of that single again
It
for us?
is "Give Me That Life."
By Ms.Lyrical Michelle.
Yes.
Listen, on our show, on this platform, we love to give some gems out to our listeners, to
Mhm.
those who watch and listen.
Mhm.
And if you would, I would love for you to take this time to say something positive that could empower that next songwriter, that next singer, or just artist in general.
Okay.
If you could say anything, and you said something, you said a little
Mhm.
something earlier, but I would
Okay.
love for you to add a little bit more to that. And you can go ahead and take the time and do that, and then tell the folks how they can follow you, and we'll close it out.
Okay. Sure. I will start by giving you a one of my favorite quotes, which is by Maya Angelou,
Mm.
which is, "If you're always trying to be normal, you'll never know how amazing you can be."
Mhm.
And with that, it's like it's okay to be different. It's okay to be unique.
Yes.
And when you're trying to pursue your goals, your dreams, whatever you're trying to do, no matter what it is, if it's music or anything else, don't get wrapped up into comparing yourself with other people that are doing what you're doing or trying to do. And just trust that your journey is your journey. And whatever's meant to be is going to be, it's going to be written. You just have to keep your faith and stay disciplined and, consistency. And yeah, everything will be okay.
I love it. So how can the folks follow you and check out your music too? You already said it, but can they
Yes, it's on
purchase it
all
too?
streaming
Hmm.
platforms. But my IG is Lyrical Michelle at Lyrical Michelle Music. You can follow me on there, and
You on Facebook?
yes,
Okay.
Facebook is. Um, I actually don't have a. That's
Okay.
more personal, so I don't have a
Understood.
music Facebook page
Okay.
yet. But
Okay.
the IG right now is open to the public,
I
so
love
that's
it.
Lyrical
Lyrical
Michelle
Michelle.
Music. Yes,
Well, Lyrical Michelle Music, thank you so much
thank
for
you,
giving us a
thank
little
you,
bit of time
thank you
to
for
tell us.
having me.
You're very, very welcome. So I hope something was said to you all that can help you become a better you. Listen, this is the Black Ross Network. Make it a great day. Peace. Thank you, Michelle.